Hey everyone, welcome to my Beginner Fingerstyle Guitar series. What do you need in order to be successful using this course? Well, number one, you need a guitar, and you can either use a steel string guitar or you can use a nylon string guitar. You're also going to want to have some kind of tuner / metronome device. As you can tell, I use this app called Guitar Tuna, and I will put a link in the video description. So I am going to walk you through step by step on how to build your fingerstyle guitar playing skills. I do recommend having at least 1 year of guitar experience to follow along with everything. This first lesson, and the first thing you need to do to build your fingerstyle guitar skills, is to learn how to build the alternation on your fingerpicking hand, which in this lesson is going to involve alternating thumb and the other fingers we described previously. It's going to look and sound something like this. So to start, we need to learn how to communicate which finger is which on our finger picking hand. So we're going to assign a letter to each finger. Thumb is P, I is index, M is middle, and A is ring. Those letters do come from the Spanish word derivations. By the end of this tutorial, we are going to learn a short, fun song that will help you solidify this technique. So now from this angle, you can see that my thumb is going to be on string number 6, which is closest to your face, right? And then index finger will be on 3, middle finger will be on 2, ring finger will be on 1, all respectively. Here's a great first general rule in fingerstyle. Thumb plays string 6, 5, and 4 in general. And index, middle, and ring will play the bottom strings respectively. Now again, that is just a general rule to get your hand set up. You know, rules are made to be broken, and eventually we will, but you're going to want to follow them for a while. So now one thing you can observe from this particular angle is that my thumb is really straight and reaching outward. I'm exaggerating a little bit right now, but you really do want it to be out in front of the rest of the hand for the proper rotation. And you can tell my other fingers are really just sitting on the strings we talked about previously. We need to learn how to rotate the hand between thumb going forward and index, middle, and ring going in towards the palm together. Notice when I'm finished, I have a fist. Now notice, I'm not plucking out or up. We want to limit the motion, and that's how we become fluid at fingerstyle. So you want index, middle, and ring to go in towards the palm to make a fist in the end. And I'm using just open strings for now. Don't worry about chords yet. We'll get there. So now here's the exercise. Thumb falls down in front of the hand, index, middle, and ring go in towards the palm, and we're just going to alternate those two in quarter notes for starters, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the front angle, it'll look like this. Again, noticing that the thumb sticks out a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to go ahead and hold a basic E minor chord on my fretting hand. The middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string and the ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And you can go ahead and follow along with the tab below. Here's how this exercise is going to go. And that's one pass through. Obviously, you're going to want to do a lot of repetitions in the end. Repetitions are key. There's no substitution for those. So I would get to the point where I could do this exercise 10 times easily before I move on. When I say easily, cleanly and almost perfectly. So let me walk you through it. We're going to start with thumb on the 6th string, and again, index, middle, and ring are going to be on 3, 2, and 1 respectively as I'm holding my E minor chord. So I'm going to start with the 6th string by itself, thumb falls forward. Then index and middle and ring are all going to go in towards the palm together. Then my thumb comes down on the 5th string. Remember, we're holding an E minor chord. And then index, middle, and ring go into the palm again, and you're going to see that's the pattern all the way throughout. So now I go to the 4th string. And then I'm going to go ahead and release my chord here and just play a 0. And then the next thing would be the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And notice my thumb starts on that 5th string. Then middle finger on 2nd fret. Then 0 on the 5th string. Then we take the ring finger and go to the 3rd fret of the top string. And then I added this one middle finger on the 2nd fret where you're going to play the thumb and all the other fingers at the same time. And once you do that, you can tell the thumb falls forward, index, middle, and ring go in towards the palm, and you should have a fist. So the full exercise would look like this. So metronome is optional, but I'll go ahead and let you know my speed is quarter note equals 80. So for your first practice through, we're going to do it 4 times through at quarter note equals 60. And finally, we're going to step it up to about quarter note equals 80. So again, I can't emphasize enough the importance about this first lesson, which is the alternation between the thumb and all the other fingers. The thumb going forward, index, middle, and ring going in towards the palm. It is the basic alternation of those fingers that sets you up to understand how your fingers should alternate when you're learning fingerstyle guitar. And you can pick up today's exercise in a free PDF. All you got to do is become a member in the free tier of my Patreon page. There is a link in the description below. So again, in the end, the goal is to be able to play the previous exercise 10 times in a row cleanly before you move on to the next lesson. So happy practicing with this lesson 1, and pretty soon you'll be ready to move on to lesson 2. Until the next lesson, have a wonderful guitar-filled week.